This is Michelle, and I am over at Life Over 60ish, and I needed to make more of these. These is my stamp a day, where I put my stamps. I put the date and I put the stamp. I love to collect stamps. Well, mine is getting ready to run out, and we're only on March 18th. So it's time to make another one. I didn't make that one. I actually bought that one, but it's time to actually make one. So I am making these 3, and I just cut down. And I was just making these, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just go and show people what I'm doing. And I'm making these a little bit larger. See, this is what the size was that I already had. And I'm just making it a hair larger to get some of the larger stamps on it. I did start off making some smaller ones, but I decided to go just a hair larger. So now I am cutting these down. And let's take that down to 3. And you can make it any size that you want. This is just cardstock, just white cardstock. You can actually do this for if you want to swatch. Say you're out of, you go to different functions and you decide you want to swatch some ink. If you don't want to take a big book, you can make this into an ink swatch book also, which I think I might do, because I like to go to the little meetups, and sometimes I don't want to take all of my stuff with me. And people do bring things that you can swatch. I think I'm going to make a swatch book also. And I'll let you see me. I mean, it's going to be put together the exact same way as this. Though I think for the swatch, I will probably make it a little larger so that I can write in it. This I'm just going to be putting a stamp in. So it's not, you know, that serious. Let's see, is this going to be the same size as this? Thereabout. I can, let me see. Let's see just how wide this is. Yep, I will use the rest of this one to go with the thinner ones that I did. And they're all about 6.5. So I think that's the same size, yes. Waste not, want not. Want not, waste not, however you put it. Don't waste. Figure out something for it. And since I already have that one, that size for stamps, I can just, whoop, on the floor it went. I can put these in also. Just have to find my hole puncher so that I can punch my holes. And now let's bring this over here. Let's get that out the way. Sorry about the shape. I just want to get this out the way. Okay. And I know it's probably a little boring for you, but I just wanted you to see. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me cut all of these. I will jump to the next stage. Hold on. Okay, I haven't found my hole puncher yet, but I did come across this. I usually make some of my inserts, and I cut the ones that I buy. I cut them down to fit my TNs when I'm taking a standard down to a smaller size. I came across this. This was a piece, because I don't throw them away. This is a piece that was left over when I cut it. I can actually make this into a stamp book also. I don't even have to put any holes in it. All I would need to do is trim the bottom, and it would be a perfect size for this. I can just trim just right there. Let me get a pencil so I know where to trim. I just want to mark on the book where I want to trim. And since this is a 6.5, let's see. Let's take it. I think this is the direction I want to go. No, I think this is the direction I want to go. Yes, it is. Okay, so I want to put this at 6.5, which would be right there. Why is that not straight? Oh, that's because it wasn't over the whole section. Okay, so 6.5. 6.5 is right. Oh, it's this line. Okay. All right, that's going to be a little too thick for me to cut. So let's take it down a little. That's the 6.5. There. See, I'm just showing you another way that you can do this, that's all. And if you want, you can round the corners, the edges. And there, I can trim this off a little bit, because when you cutting it the way that I was cutting it, it doesn't allow for it to lay as flat as it should. So all I gotta do is just take and just trim that off to get them all the same length when it's shot. Oops. There. And I can just take my little trimmer, trim the edges, and I have another one ready to go. That could be a mini one. Just wanted to give you another idea of the way you can do this. But in this instance, I still have some of my leather. Like I said, I trim it off, and I can put a hole here and put that in. Yep, that's exactly what I'll do. Let's see, will this fit in here? Just to see if I can get a straight edge, or somewhat of a straight edge. Let's see, will it let me do it? Will it let me do it? Because I can cut it just as easy. There we go. And this would go in like that with the, put a hole punch right there. And I can put these in like that. Now, I can make this a little bit smaller, which I will, but I just wanted you to see. So let's gonna make this a hair smaller. Well, this is a 3, so I'm going to make it a 4 because I want it to be just outside of it. Let's see. Will I be able to do it? Will I be able to do it? Yes, I did it. Okay, so that should be just outside. There we go. Okay, so now let's see. This was going to be, that's 6.5, so I am going to make this maybe 7. Will it let me go up? No, it won't. I mean, it will, but I don't have the strength in my arms. In my hands, I've had hand surgery. On both hands numerous times, so I don't have the strength in my hands. Since I'm not trying to make that a, oops, let's take that up. Make that a 4. Just a bit hair longer, which is what I wanted. Okay, so this is a 7, so let's go in. And never be afraid to use your stuff. I'm just gonna cut a little bit off the edge here to make it straight. And let's take this to the 7. There we go. Voila. Okay, don't need those pieces. And once I find my hole punch, these will go in the middle. And it will go like that. And of course it'll be in the middle, so I still have some more over here that I will be adding to it. And that's how it's going to look. Now I can put something on it, or if I can decorate this, put some stamps on it, whatever, however. But that will be my new stamp book. This is all trash. Get that out the way. This goes over here. I got stuff everywhere, don't I? Yes, I do. But that's 1, that is 2, and these will actually go into this one. Or there we go. Now, I can use a chain. I can use a ring. Let me see, do I have a ring? Don't think I have a ring available. No, I don't. But I can use a ring, or I can use, which is probably what I'm going to use, one of my elastics that go with this. And I can do it that way. And if I choose not to put it this way, and I decide I want to separate this, I can separate this. Put a hole in it. Have this as the cover, and go from there and use the ring, the elastic band that comes with your travelers as the holder. Once I gotta just find I need to find my hole puncher, and then I will show you the next step. Hold on. Okay, I am back and I found my hole puncher. Now I just need to, let's see here. I just need to put a guide where I want the hole to go. Voila. And then I will hole punch it. Let's see. Let's try that again. My hole puncher is a little old, so but that's the hole punch. Now I will just put let's see. I'm just going to eyeball it because this is just for stamps. It doesn't have to be perfect. At least not for me. Some things I want to be perfect, but not other things. I am not pressed. Now I'm just going to hole punch it. There. And then I will just take the extras and hole punch those. It's pretty simple. Just line it up. And if you've got the strength in your hands, you can go through them. I don't necessarily have the strength in my hands because I've had trigger fingers, so I've had all of these cut so that they didn't lock down, and then I've had the thumbs cut so it didn't lock down. But cut here and here, so all of my fingers pretty much have been cut at some point in my life, in my 64 years. Now let's see. I wonder if I can hole punch through this right here. I am going to try it. Worst comes to worst, I'll have to get my bigger hole puncher that goes through the leather, which I probably should just go ahead and do. But I'm a glutton for punishment, so I will try it. And I knew it wouldn't work. So let me get that. Okay, I'm back. This is the Mac Daddy for punching holes through this part. You just line it up, but you need to have the correct one you want to use. That one was not it. So you just line it up and you squeeze. And hopefully, within a couple of tries, it will go through. And there we go. And that's the hole big enough for this. And then I will put these like that. Yes. That will work. Now let's get the hole for here, for this one. And I'm just gonna make an impression. Okay. And I will take a few tries and get this done. And if you got somebody with good hand strength, you can get that done. I don't know why I tried that, but make sure that there's nothing in there. All right, we'll be right back. It is not liking me today, but I will get a hole through it. Just not where you all will be able to see it. I got it through the one, so I know I can get it through this one. It's just gonna take a little time because of my hands. All right, let me see if I can step on it. I will have to work on this off camera, but you get the gist of it. The hole will go there. This one is here. And then these will go on the inside. Like this. And then I will decide, let's see, what color. I need a small one. I can use this if I'd like. And just put it through. Or like I said, you can get a chain. And it will hold like that. And then you just flip through like that. And that, my friend, is going to be my new one for my stamps. My stamp a day. And let's see, let's go ahead and let's stamp up, let's punch a few more holes. It might not even let me punch a hole now because of my hands being so sore. Okay, got that one. Oh, that's too thick. I already know. I'm not even going to put myself through that. But I was trying to find these in local stores since I was past the week for the pen show, which is where I got the first one. And I was going to go online and just order another one. And I said, you know what? I'm crafty. I don't need to go online if I can't find it in my local area. I'm crafty enough to make it myself. And that's what I'm doing. Just making it myself. But I am not going to sit here and make you all watch me punch holes in all of these. I just wanted to give you a quick view of how to make one if you were interested in making your own. And you can put a stamp on one side, or you can put a stamp on both sides. It's up to you. I prefer to put it on both sides. I mean, that's just something that I do. I mean, now that I know that I can make them myself, I don't have to put it on both sides. But I don't know, I just kind of like putting it on both sides. And you don't use up as much. But that being said, I just thought I would bring you all along for watching me make my own stamp book. And like I said, you can make this you can do the same thing with this and make it a swatch book if you like. Doesn't have to be for stamps. You can make it a swatch book. You can make this into a little book if you like to do drawings. You can make this into a little mini drawing book. That's another idea. Which you can make it into a mini paint book. Do little paintings. Do one a day. Do a drawing a day. You can make it into a sticker book. Take your favorite stickers and put one on a day. I know some people put them on calendars, put stickers on calendars like that. You can make this into a book for, say you want to do, your readings, your book. You can make this, just take a copy of the book that you're reading. Whoops, messed that up. Take a copy of the book, take a photograph of the book, and put that in up here once you complete the book. And you can have that for your book, club. Or I should say your book club, but for your library, little library. This is what I read this month or this year. You can do it for the whole year. And put that up there. And put your book right there. And then you would stamp. You could do 2 different stamps if you like. You can stamp it for when you start the book, or you can stamp it for when you complete the book. Or you can do both. Put the book in the middle, put the date that you started and the date that you ended at the bottom. It's like I said, this is many different things you can do with this. But if you do, drop a line and let me know how you decide to do it. I would be very interested. And if this is something that you liked, leave a heart emoji. I would appreciate it. All right, let's see. Let's hang this back up. You can't put too many of them up here, but you can get enough in there. And then you can just, I think that would be a good amount. And then just tie it, and you can have multiple ones. That's what I'm going to do. All right, my friends, I just wanted to give you a little quick sneak peek of what I am doing with these. And I will see everyone in my next stamp video, my stamp short, because I make them into shorts. And there we go. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's bring that down a little bit so everyone can see it. There. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.